$1,200.
So I called, and the lady's like, she didn't even say hello. She was like, calling for your stimulus. I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right. And I give her my information. She's like, all right, yes, you have $1,200 deposited. And I was like, let me know my balance. I was like, but don't say it too loud. She's like, sir, there's no one here.
Don't say it too loud. Your balance is $1,201. Yeah, and 36 cents.
$1,299.
What was yours? Same? $1,200?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mobile app wouldn't work, and then I tried to go, same thing, online. But my branch that I normally go to is closed, so then I just waited. From when you text us until I got in here, I finally got through on mobile banking, not even the app, at probably 1:15.
I still can't use it. Use it. It's crashed.
Well, if you got the direct deposit, you're lucky, because people who are getting paper checks are going to be waiting longer for them, since Trump decided that his signature had to be on the checks. Because the guy, I guess, is just that into branding. So you're going to wait a little bit longer. Direct deposit, you got lucky. But the paper checks, which I assume are mostly going to lower income people, you're going to have to wait.
Or people that don't trust banks, Alan.
Well, if you don't trust banks, your money is all in cash in your mattress.
Hidden.
The name, obviously, is merely ornamental, because the IRS doesn't let the president sign things that come from the Treasury. The IRS is an apolitical organization. He just wanted to get... I mean, it is a gorgeous signature. It looks like the EKG of someone having a heart attack for the 4th time. But he had to get his signature on those checks. So if you're getting a paper check, you got to wait a little bit longer for it. And they also, if you're waiting for your check, gave the green light for debt collectors to go after those checks. So congratulations. If you've been waiting for that money, there's nothing in the stimulus package that prohibits debt collectors from snatching it right up from you.
How do they get it from you?
They go, you got a stimulus check, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh,
well, guess
them.
what?
Okay.
The Treasury Department has given banks a green light to grab people's stimulus checks if they are in a certain amount of debt. So like I said, they'll give you the money and then see to it that you don't keep it. So good luck. See, I'm not going to get one of these checks. I see a lot of people are donating theirs, and I think that's a fantastic thing. If I was getting a check, you bet your ass I would donate it. I'm not getting a check.
I bought a dining room table. So I already spent mine.
There's no judgment. You already spent it.
Well, I purchased the table 2 days ago.
She made up in her mind how she was going to spend it.
I already knew that's what that money was going for.
But you spent money that you didn't have, or you're just replenishing with the stimulus check?
Well, I had the money, but it was about all my money because I knew I was getting the check. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be candid about it. I'm not going to be candid about it. I knew we were getting this check, and I'm like, whatever, I'll get that money back. Wait, I don't think I understand what candid means.
You're being honest about it.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah. You understand what candid means.
I'm just surprised you put that much trust.
She had it backwards, yeah.
I'm just surprised you put that much trust in anything, especially how uncertain things are now. I just would never look. I was like, okay, if we get the check, great. But honestly, I was not planning on it. I was thinking something was going to go wrong.
See, the fact that
I got it, fantastic. But I was totally expecting there'll be a 6-month delay, or anybody who's black and gay can't get one. I was waiting for something. So
something that specifically excluded you.
Yeah, I was waiting for
Anyone
something.
whose first name is Cody and they're black and gay, you're out. Sorry, dude.
I was waiting for my luck.
You only get $400.
Well, actually, I'm only half, so can I get a little bit more? Can I get a little bit more?
I'm black, and I'm gay.
He's waiting for something specific. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, sir, I'm sorry. Thank you for calling the bank. It says here that you are black and a homosexual, in which case you will not get your stimulus check.
Well, I'm bisexual and I'm half black, so...
I'm biracial and
that
bisexual.
You're bisexual? How many women have you slept with?
He's been bugging me.
I'm trying to buy sex with this stimulus check, so can you please give me my money?
Hi-oh! Yeah,
there's
all
your
right,
dad
you got
joke,
it.
Mary.
Oh, my God. So my friend who is in quarantine with her husband or whatever, the 6-week relationship.
I thought she went home.
She did go home. So I texted her yesterday because I hadn't heard from her in a little bit. And I was like, hey, are you pregnant? Are you married? What's going on? And she she said that her boyfriend has like Zoom meetings for work, and they do a dad joke of the week contest. She's like, so help me write a dad joke for him. Her one last week was so good. So we spent 2 hours last night going back and forth writing the worst best dad jokes. The one she won the contest with last week was.
Wait, he should have to write these.
I know, but it's more fun. We're comedians. He's not a comedian.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be submitting her jokes.
They're not actually winning money or anything
I don't care.
like that. I mean, yeah, sure.
There's
it's not
no
right.
integrity in this.
Right. It's the whole. It's the idea of it.
Why couldn't the lizard change colors? He had a reptile dysfunction. So good. My favorite one that I wrote yesterday was. What is the rug salesman's mantra? Carpet diem.
Hey, listen.
I like that one a lot.
I hope they won with these. I hope they won with these.
Why did the onion's boat sink?
I don't know.
It sprung a leak.
Leek.
Yes.
I see.
Oh my god!
All right.
So many. Do you want more? I have more.
You
this
mean
is
like
what I did for 2 straight hours yesterday. They were all original. We came up with them.
I want to give a shout out to the sidewalks
Yeah.
for keeping me off the streets.
Oh,
One of those.
Hey, good one. Yes.
Oh, all right.
Would the doctor say to the potato?
What?
It's not a tuba.
Yeah, you're right.
What did the umpire say to the openly gay man? You're out.
You don't get your stimulus check.
No.
Oh, you're out. I don't trust stairs, Mary.
Why?
They're always up to something. Oh, my goodness. All right.
Wait. There's one that I got to remember that was so good.
You know, my ceiling in my house is pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, it's not the best, but it's up there. Hi.
Okay. How did the semicolon learn to make love?
I don't know.
Reading Kama Sutra.
All right. Did you hear about the milk that saved the world?
What?
It was legendary.
Ooh.
All right, listen.
All right, we can
Hey,
be done.
Ryan. Top that, Ryan.
Yes.
Hello, Ryan. What's going on? Yes.
How are you doing, sir?
What's up, dude?
Actually, number one, I want to say thank you for being on the air.
Hey, thanks.
That's on Tammy.
Thank you for listening, Ryan.
Absolutely. The other thing is, how bad is Trump now that you guys are getting your stimulus checks? Do you still?
Well, I didn't get a check. I'm not getting a check.
Well, you're not going to because you make over the amount. I understand that. But like Mary got hers, Trump's still a terrible human being.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. Has a terrible person never given you money?
Right. Ryan, this isn't his money. I think you're misunderstanding. It's not.
And it's not even. It's just.
It's our money coming back to us.
Well, it's going to be deducted from our taxes
Tax money
next
coming
year.
back to you, but yeah, but you wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
Of course we would have.
There would have been some sort of stimulus.
You are right, Ryan. We would not have gotten stimulus checks if he hadn't completely crapped the bed on the whole COVID-19 thing. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, this is the same Ryan guy?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
it's
same Ryan
Ryan.
guy. It's the same.
Hi,
holy
Ryan.
He gets worked up very quickly.
He does.
Go ahead.
I just can't stand your. I love you as a person, but your political views are so.
Ryan, why is money more important than people to you?
Ryan, I'll tell you, you've made your thoughts on me abundantly clear. I'll tell you that. There is no equivocation
I never
whatsoever.
said money was more important than people. Ever. Not once.
Well, that Donald Trump.
He wants to reopen the country in a couple of weeks, Ryan. Right?
He wants to open it state by state.
Yeah, but every state is still having as Wyoming a couple days ago, it made it that every state has COVID-19 deaths in it now. We're nowhere near opening it state by state or elsewhere. I don't know why everyone who knows anything is telling him don't do this.
It's snowing. It's a stimulus miracle.
Hey.
If the states are in good shape, they can open. And it depends on the governors anyways.
Yeah, that's right. But he doesn't know that.
Depends on the governor.
But your boy doesn't know that, Ryan.
Liberal governor or Republican governor, they're going to make that choice, correct?
But Ryan, he's also going to dangle it over those governors' heads.
He's going to dangle what?
He's going to dangle, just like he dangled ventilators, he's going to dangle this over their heads. He's going to go, hey, listen.
Okay.
Ryan, you're laughing like I'm making things up. You know, when New York and California were begging for materials, Florida asked too, and Florida got everything they want.
And they were given materials, and they didn't even need them.
Yeah, they did need him, and they still need him.
You are such a lovely person.
I know.
Why can't you just once say Trump's doing a good job?
Because he's not.
As soon as he starts, whoever, you don't get a pat on the back, Ryan, for a solution to a problem that you created. It's like nobody said that.
Did.
He created the problem that we're in now. Nobody said
created the problem.
That's this lame talking point that you guys love. This lame, just like he shut down the airports. No, he didn't stop it. Listen,
it's adorable.
Well, of course I am. I'm a good-looking, casual fellow.
You're killing it, man.
Articulate.
Have you seen his hair?
You use that melon in your head.
Ryan.
Once in a while.
I know. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you listening.
Can we
I'm
put
going to
a
let you go.
Ryan hiatus on? Because it's just the same thing every time. He doesn't
just
have
keeps
anything
calling
new
you
to say.
adorable. You're such a cute man.
Well, I like being called adorable.
Well,
What's the matter
we
with
will
that?
call you adorable. You're adorable.
It doesn't mean the same coming from you guys.
Okay, but why did the barn get a 3-star review?
I don't know.
It was an okay corral.
All right.
Sorry.
Why did the ghosts get so many DUIs?
Why?
Because they're so full of booze. All right, listen, I've got Kids Corner, all right?
It ain't easy being a kid. Now look at what you gone done did. Whoa, it's time for Kids Corner. Kids Corner!
Amy Schumer announced that she had to change her child's name. She does a podcast, and she wanted to honor Dave Attell, the great Dave Attell.
Yeah.
And so Amy Schumer and her husband had a baby not long ago, and she was going to name him Gene Attell until her friend said, that sounds a lot like genital. And so she changed the name.
So do you guys know that Gene, our baby's name, is officially changed? It's now Gene David Fisher. It was Gene Attell Fisher, but we realized that we by accident named our son Genital.
Yeah.
Gene Attell sounds like genital. But his middle name is now David, which is also after Attell, and my dad's middle name is David.
So it's still nice. Genital. I feel like that's a stretch because most people would not call you by your first and middle name. Right?
I'm Marilyn Louise all day long, baby.
Yeah, right. But it's, nobody would call you Gina Tell. It sounds closer to Gina Tay, the old body splash from the 70s. Gina Tell. I think maybe Gene David sounds a little bit nicer anyway.
I really don't like that name, Gene.
Gene?
Not a fan.
I always think of Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development.
I think
I like that.
when I was young, I want to say I was probably 7 or 8. I was in like a community play at Tri-C, and the guy who ran it, his name was Gene, and I hated him.
Like Henry Winkler on Barry.
Maybe. I haven't seen that, but this guy was like screaming at like 8 to 12-year-olds about how we weren't taking acting seriously and stuff. And his name was Gene.
It.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, I'm 7. What do you want from me, man?
Probably deserved
It was
it. You weren't taking
Oliver
it seriously.
Twist. If anybody saw it, Oliver Twist in probably the late 90s.
Can I have some more? No.
Yeah.
You can get back in line.
Gene, he wore satin shirts and he would yell at the
You
children.
don't look hungry enough.
You look malnourished.
Well, it is short for Eugene. Do you like Eugene any
No,
better? No,
I
you don't
do
like
not.
Gene. I
Call
don't
him
think
Huge.
Gene's a bad name. Eugene Levy.
I think a Gene from Bob's Burgers.
You're right. I think if your name is Gene and you go by Eugene, that's a ballsy move. A buddy of mine who is a muckety-muck in this company, but we go way back because he was my boss many, many years ago. His name's Gene Romano. He'll still come by every so often. Not Ray Romano.
That's my brother, Gene.
But because his last name, of course, is a cheese, I'll always think of Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development.
Gene is one of those names, too, that I don't think I could ever date somebody with that name.
I think that is a statement that is ridiculous on its very face, because if you found someone incredibly hot,
Oh, Gene.
I couldn't date
so
him.
what? Call him G.
I'm the
Call him
same
G.
way.
He's so
G.
hot, you wouldn't have to call him Gene. You can call him whatever you want.
Mary,
Beth and Sue are off the table for me, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's no names that you're just like, I can't.
I could never.
What's your name, Bill?
Beth and Sue, because that was my sister and my mom.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
There's
but
not a name you just don't like the sound of?
I could never date a Maurice.
Maurice.
if you met and unbelievably, I'm going to leave the mom out of it because that goes deeper than probably anything for dudes. But if you met a woman unbelievably hot and her name was Beth, you could absolutely date her. My sister's name is Annie. If I was single and met a gorgeous woman named Annie, I could absolutely date her.
My friend's brother's name is Dustin, and her husband's name is Dustin. So she married one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
there's that name Gene.
I don't know.
I think we're underestimating how craven we would be.
It would have to be. She'd have to be very attractive.
That's what I said.
Like, it'd be. Like, I don't know.
More attractive than your sister, you're saying? She'd have to be hotter than your sister.
That's impossible. Oh, wait, no. This is the problem.
I just sent him down the rabbit hole there.
That was it the whole time.
You could never date a Maurice? Why? Because he's
Not a sexy name.
Because he's the gangster of love?
I can't scream a Maurice or Mo or like I just can't.
Mo.
Like
Yeah,
Mo.
Hey, Mo's an okay name. I like Mo.
Mo.
I can't.
Mo on the right guy is a good name.
Mo.
Yeah.
Not a Maurice though.
Mo. Maurice.
Or Reese. Now, if he
Reese.
if he
I
shortened
know
it to
some
Reese,
terrible Reeses.
okay, but if he shortened it to Reese, I could probably do it. But
Yeah, like the milk chocolate ones.
Okay, Finn's over there. You get him like all
I want to see
day.
Reese's Pieces.
Dark things.
I dated a Marla.
Marla's cute.
She was. The name.
That's not, yeah.
This is one of those names I'm like, it's a family name, right?
I think Donald's out too. I can't date a
Donald.
Donnie.
No, I'm with you.
Don.
I also can't date a Donald.
I can't date a Donald.
Don. I don't, I've got relatives named Don.
Yeah, my brother's named Don, so.
That name to me just kind of sounds like a guy.
It's a
Like,
guy
hey, I'm
named
Don.
Don.
Yeah.
But there are some names that you expect them to be hot because of their name, like a Jason or
No.
or a Caleb. Like what?
Caleb.
It would be tough dating a Don in Pittsburgh, though.
Don.
Let's get Don.
Don.
What? Downtown.
Get downtown.
Get tell Don to come downtown.
We're going to go see who?
Where's Donnie? He's downtown. Donnie Iris is coming. We're going downtown to see Donnie. Get Donnie. We're going down to see Donnie. The Heinz Hole.
Or like a Chad. I think a Chad is hot.
I disagree.
Yeah, me too. There's a special ed teacher in Dallas who says he's going to use most of his stimulus check to make masks for his students. And how many masks are you going to be able to make with that check? It's just one piece of paper, Bill. Mm-hmm. You got to put holes in it to get the ear loops.
And then
you're going to end up making one dumb mask out of that check.
But then the kids share it, and that's,
What
How
a
big are the
dummy
kids?
this guy is, huh?
How big are their faces?
Regular size
like
kid
regular
faces.
size little goats.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm saying if they have smaller faces than a human
don't.
an adult mask.
It's a special ed teacher. The heads are bigger. In Dallas, all right?
I work with students that are severely disabled and medically fragile. If it was up to me, I would dress up in a hazmat suit and go to every single house and work with them. I wanted to make the masks for my kids, and so I wanted to give them something that they'd be able to wear so that if they do want to take them outside, they'll still be protected. I basically just woke up today and looked at my phone and there was a notification that I got my deposit. Mostly it's going to go towards making these masks.
See, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's a guy who's like, I want to look out for my kids. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm not seeing a lot of kids in masks.
Nope.
But I'm not seeing a lot of
a few,
kids out, though. I'm not seeing, there's no kids at the grocery store. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I've seen it. I saw, God, I was somewhere. Maybe it was the grocery store. And there was like a woman who had her whole family
Really?
there.
I haven't.
see,
There's
that's
been
ridiculous.
one person shopping that I've seen.
The littlest one. And I was kind of surprised because, obviously, if she doesn't have anybody to watch them, she's got to bring them.
How old
Yeah.
were they? Like,
Man, it was like Russian nesting dolls. I mean, it was
like
Outside of the other one.
we've talked about this before. Like, what?
and only the
age
youngest
can-
one had the mask, but it looked like they were like 11 to 4 or
Leave
something.
them home. Let the 11-year-old. If you're gone for an hour grocery shopping,
Oh, yeah, let 'em watch 'em.
The 11-year-old can watch
Or
those
you
kids.
could just have them sit in the car or something, just with the windows down.
Well, it's
40
April.
degrees outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
Snowing right
They're
now.
not gonna heat.
yeah. You know, April when it warms up and it disappears like a miracle. So that guy's taking his check to make those masks. I'll tell you what I was reading this morning, and this has got to be the grayest of silver linings. But because of COVID-19, March of this year, last month, it was the first March in 18 years without a school shooting.
Gross.
The first March since 2002 where there was no school shooting.
I wonder why that month.
So you should be throwing that in our face,
March
Ryan.
Madness.
That's the year that most current high school seniors were born.
2002?
2002. Yep. So last month, there have been school shootings every March since 2002. That year, 2002, the 13-year-old student brought a gun and a hit list to school, but was subdued by the school officer before he could pull the trigger. But there have been school shootings every March for 18 years until last month. So silver lining, yes. But you got to think about that. No school shootings because nobody's in school, right? Mm-hmm. Fewer workplace shootings because there's fewer people at work.
Have suicides gone up?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Are we going to see an uptick in like live stream suicides?
Oh my God.
Zoomicides.
Zoomicide.
When Funkin' Wagnalls comes out with their new book of words, right? Maybe zoomicide will work its way into the lexicon.
Instagram Live with a question mark.
That's
Instagram's still live. Mm-hmm.
That's like some Black Mirror stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
like you're in the middle of a work meeting.
Nature hates a vacuum, right? So there's no school shootings. I mean, listen.
But so many other people are dying. So, like, you know.
Right. And there's got to be some kind of shootings that are coming. But, I mean, for now, though, you can take some kind of comfort in the fact that there are no school shootings.
Yeah.
Hey, Victor.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on?
How are you?
Got a dad joke for you guys.
All right.
What's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
I don't know.
The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do.
Abu Dhabi do, right? This is very complex. Right. Thank you, Victor.
I like it.
People in Abu Dhabi do. Mm-hmm.
What do you call a jungle that's only divisible by one in itself?
Wait, what?
What do you call a jungle that's only divisible by one in itself?
Let him think about it.
Prime jungle?
Close.
Jungle Prime?
Come on. Name a jungle. What kind of jungle?
Amazon Prime?
Yay! Prime jungle.
Prime jungle.
Jungle Prime.
Jungle Prime.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Tequila might not fix your life, but it's worth a shot. All right, listen. Why does a chicken coop only have 4 doors? God damn it. Chicken coop only have 2 doors.
Because there has to be a chicken sedan.
That's right.
Hey.
Chicken sedan. Thank you, Bill. All right, I've got a break. You want to get a text into me, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. The Instagram hotties are there. The latest Poundcake is there for your perusal as well. And we'll be back after these.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio